Ellipse. Consider x-axis, y-axis. In this xy plane, I am going to draw an ellipse whose major axis is along x-axis. Ellipse has two vertices. One is a of a comma 0 and another one end point a dash is equal to minus a comma 0. Okay, so the vertices are a of a comma 0 and a dash of minus a comma 0. C is the center of ellipse whose coordinate is c of 0 comma 0. Okay, the midpoint between C center and one end of the vertex A is called focus and it is denoted as S and its coordinate is c comma 0. Ellipse. Another one focus point of ellipse is lies between C and A dash. Okay, so the midpoint of C and A dash is called another one foci, which is denoted as S dash and its coordinate is minus C comma 0. Okay, so this point is called capital B and its coordinate is 0 comma B. This point is B dash. This end point is B dash and its coordinate is 0 comma minus B. Okay, the length from center to A is called the center to capital A. From center C to capital A is A and center to A dash is also A. Okay, so the distance between A dash and A is 2A. A plus A will be equal to 2A. Okay, the distance from C, the C to B is capital B is B. Also from center point to B dash is also B. Okay, so from B to B dash, from this B point to B dash, the length is 2B. Okay, so consider ellipse. It has two vertices. One is a of a comma 0 and another one is a dash of minus a comma 0. The midpoint of C and A is called focus. There are two focus points. One is C of S of C comma 0 and another one is S dash of minus C comma 0. Okay, the focus points are the midpoints of center and vertex. Okay, this is center and vertex. Focus point lies in the middle of the center and vertex. Okay, in the right side and left side. Okay, so totally we have two focus points. Okay, so from this point to this point the length is 2A and it is called length of major axis. From B to B dash the length is 2B and it is called length of minor axis. Okay, A is called length of semi major axis, B is called length of semi minor axis. Okay, and if we draw a perpendicular along the focus, then it is called latus rectum. Okay, the length of the latus rectum is 2b squared by a. Okay, this is the length of the latus rectum. Okay, so now the concepts are major axis is x-axis. Okay, such kind of ellipse are called major axis is along x-axis. Okay, suppose if the diagram is lies on y-axis, means such kind of ellipses are called as ellipse whose major axis are So such kind of ellipse has major axis in y-axis. Okay, so in the given diagram the major axis is along x-axis. Okay, so major axis is x-axis. Equation of ellipse is x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared is equal to 1. Vertices are a comma 0 minus a comma 0. So in general we can write vertices a of plus or minus a comma 0. Focus, there are two focus points, a s and s dash, which is s c comma 0, s dash minus c comma 0. So in general we can write foci s equal to plus or minus c comma 0, c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. Okay, for ellipse the relation between a, b and c are c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared, where c is equal to a into e. E denotes eccentricity of ellipse. Okay, length of the major axis is 2a, length of minor axis equal to 2b, length of latus rectum is equal to 2b squared by a. Okay, find the equation of ellipse whose vertices are plus or minus 13 comma 0 and foci are plus or minus 5 comma 0. Okay, for vertices we have a formula plus or minus a comma 0, and foci we have plus or minus c comma 0. Okay, so we have landed in the concept for vertices plus or minus a comma 0, foci plus or minus c comma 0. Okay, the given informations are vertices and foci, but note that in both vertices and foci we have y as 0. Okay, y is equal to 0. So which means the if y is equal to 0 means the major axis is x-axis. Suppose x equal to 0, means major axis is y-axis. Okay, but here y is equal to 0. Okay, here y is equal to 0, here y is equal to 0. So major axis is x-axis. Vertices, general vertex is plus or minus a comma 0, but given vertices are plus or minus 3 comma 0. So if we compare we get a is equal to 13. Okay, vertices as a is equal to 13. Similarly foci, so a is equal to 13, foci plus or minus c comma 0, given foci is plus or minus 5 comma 0, and if we compare c is equal to 5. Okay, c is equal to 5. So a and c are, the value of a is 13 and the value of c is 5. Okay, now the relation between a, b, c is c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. Now put the values. So 5 squared is equal to, the value of c is 5, value of a is 13. So 5 squared is equal to 13 squared minus b squared. Okay, value of c is 5, value of a is 13. So 5 squared is equal to 13 squared minus b squared. So 5 squared will be equal to 25, 13 squared will be equal to 169. Okay, so 25 equal to 169 minus b squared. Okay, so now move this b squared to this side, so this 25 to this side. So b squared is equal to 169 minus 25. So b squared is equal to 169 minus 25 equal to 144. Okay, already we know that a is equal to 13, so a squared is equal to 13 squared, which is equal to 169. Okay, the equation of ellipse on x-axis is x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared is equal to 1. Okay, we know that a squared is equal to 169, b squared is equal to 144. So equation of ellipse on x-axis is x squared by 169 plus y squared by 144 is equal to 1. Okay. So the concepts are, for major axis x-axis, equation of ellipse is x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared equal to 1. Vertices plus or minus a comma 0. Foci plus or minus 0, c comma 0. And the relation between a, b, c for ellipse is c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. Length of the major axis is, where c is equal to a into e is the eccentricity. Length of major axis is 2a, length of minor axis is 2b, length of latus rectum is 2b squared by a. Okay.